Hello, beautiful viewers. Welcome to the Dancing Oracle with me, Najia. And I'm going to do a reading today, my second reading on the drones, which are showing up in people's backyards near me. I haven't personally seen any drones. In I've just seen videos of my friends, relatives, and Facebook friends that are happening near here in the Philadelphia area. And they were in New Jersey. They still are in New Jersey, but they were first sighted, like hundreds of them in New Jersey, and they've expanded outward to different areas, and everyone's all concerned about them. I do recommend that you check the previous episode of Tiaras tea and tarot and talks that I recorded right before this, because I do a Celtic cross spread as well as one card readings, tarot readings on that whole issue, and I talked in that video what I think it is. All right, so you may want to watch that first. But before I get into reading, I want to refresh myself. And I'm going to have some cinnamon tea in my vintage teacup that I used to play with when I was little. These were in my mom's china cabinet. And a few years before she passed, and she knew she was getting sick. She's like, I want to make sure you have these and enjoy them now before I'm gone. So, Mom, this cheers to my mom on the other side. My mom does come through sometimes. One of the things that she would say, I'm going to make your nose itchy. When I'm thinking about you, you're going to scratch your nose. So I haven't done that yet, but if you see me do that, you know that's the diva. My mama diva. Anyway, we used to have a hard time. We'll just say, she says, you favor your father. And she was like, she was a little bit controlling, Scorpio. And I like my freedom. So I have my own way of being. But I loved her so much. So you can have a really difficult relationship with your mother and still, from the heart, love them so much and do for them. And the last couple years of our life, especially, we resolved our issues. And I'm glad that I stuck with it and sacrificed for her. That healing is so important. So my mom would be happy that I'm doing all this stuff, because she says, I got you into all that stuff. She didn't get me into tarot. I kind of came upon that myself, but she had all the astrology books, and she had some palmistry. She had a lot of astrology. She was really into that. So I grew up reading all that, and, we grew up in an open-minded Catholic family. My dad would read Edgar Casey. So that would go against our religion typically, but my mom was a rebel, so she had those books in the house. And I'm told to pull this card. So by the way, this is a card, this is an oracle deck that I have yet to read from on video. And I'm just like tuning in. And as I tune in, and this is one of the things I like to teach people, is that you'll feel it here. Like, so I'm tuning in, and you're like, well, how's this process work as I shuffle? Because sometimes it takes me a long time, sometimes it's really quick. And this is for anything in life for all of you. If something feels right, you all of a sudden feel like this pressing right there, like, or it might jump out, like excitement, when your heart is like bursting with joy. you hit something. It's in your intuition. That's spirit talking to you, right? Saying, yeah, go find your joy. And then when you're tuning in, it might feel like a more inward pressing. But in either case, it's spirit communicating with you. Right? So let's see. I just spoke about my Scorpio mom, and we've got new moon in Scorpio. So the new moon is when the light of the sun is blocked from illuminating the moon. Now, when the sun is fully illuminating the moon, that would be a full moon, okay? Because the moon has no light of its own. The moon is one big mirror. It's a mirror. It's a reflective surface. And the light of the sun will shine upon the moon. But when the light of the sun is not reaching the moon, like it can be blocked by the earth. It could, it's just on the wrong side, whatever. When it's not reaching the moon, like especially if part of the earth, it's not exactly in front like an eclipse, but if part of the earth is blocking that sunlight, if the light is coming here and the moon is over here, and then somewhere in the middle that light is being blocked by the earth, then you don't see the moon in the sky, right? It's just black, or it has a teeny, teeny, teeny sliver of silver light. And that means that the light is hidden, and that is key for this reading with the drones. Also, not only is that light hidden because of the new moon, but it's in Scorpio, the most secretive of all the signs. It's the sign that feels empowered, that gets power from secrets, knowing secrets. Scorpios love secrets. They love anything in the underworld, secrets, or knowing secrets, or positions of power with secrets. They're drawn to that. They're really drawn to anything secret. So right now, this drone mystery is a true mystery, that it's a secret being kept by people in power who care about power. They're into power. And I said this in the previous reading, that I think it's not necessarily our federal government, but something underneath that wants to be in power. And the new moon is the birth. Also, a new moon is also the time when things birth up, when there is a new phenomenon happening. It's the birth. It's like when people would want to plant a seed, like literally plant a seed, because the way the water works with the drawing power of water is more on the surface of the earth with the new moon. And you can plant like delicate things like seeds. And then when you have roots like tubers, or roots like, maybe even potatoes, because they're like deeper down. I think you would plant potatoes during the full moon, but anytime you want that water to go way, way down, there's major drawing power with the full moon compared to the lighter drawing power with the new moon. And the new moon is when you do anything new, like you want to plant your intentions. Like, what are your intentions? So there's something going on with intentions. They're planting intentions. There are forces behind this that are planting intentions in the subconscious, in this realm of the subconscious with the moon, with Scorpio. I'm definitely hearing they're planting something. And I think they may be wanting to plant fear, or they want to control the narrative. Let's just say that. I don't think these are alien. That's just, they don't seem advanced enough machinery. They're just like a drone, but they're huge. They're the size of a car. If they're alien, I would think they would be doing more things than what a drone does. I think aliens have more advanced, I know for sure, they have more advanced technology than what people are seeing in the skies. Let me just read from the book, from the author. I just went intuitively and clairaudiently and what I felt from this hidden new moon that I pulled. But let me just take my tiara off and find my eyeglasses and put them on so I can do the new moon in Scorpio, which is all about working through your fears. Working through your fears. And I talked about fear as being one of the issues in the first reading I did on the drones. I did a full tarot spread plus additional cards. And so it says, this card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the the start of a sexier time. I think that would count if we were doing a love reading, not a drone reading. So if you're doing a love reading, this card would have sexy significance. If you've been experiencing something of a drought in those areas. So anyway, Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into the body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way, right? So it's the teaching. Let's read about what it's teaching us, okay? So you could see the book. If you're interested in this book, you can get previews of things on my channel. Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, magic, and shamans. Its energy is a little bit dark, occult, even scary. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio, that's my mom saying, yeah, I'm a Scorpio too, demands it. In fact, it's working through your dark side that you can get to the light. And the new moon in Scorpio and the appearance of this card at any other time suggest that you need to do that now. We're just coming out of the full moon in that sign. It's interesting. So I think that is very telling. There is something dark and powerful going on. Someone's wanting to control things. And, what's really important is when somebody is trying to control something, a narrative or something, then you want to be able to go within more. You don't want to get caught up in that. You don't want to get caught up in any fear. You want to go within and and seek your higher source for the answers. So I just taught you a little bit of how to go within and get answers. You feel it right here. So I'm going to do more. I'm going to do some more cards on this issue. I just want to leave it at that because I don't want this to get too long. Please like, subscribe, share. They're all free methods to help the channel grow. I'm trying to grow this channel. And if I grow the channel, I can keep doing these readings. But if I don't grow the channel, I'll disappear for 3 years, just like I did before. Because I'll have other things I have to do. But if I'm getting good feedback from all of you, and if you want to support the channel monetarily, the best way is Venmo, PayPal, because I get most of the money. SuperThanks goes to like several different sources, and I get just a little tiny fraction of it. But I do appreciate emotional SuperThanks. Emotionally, I get so much from you. Kindred Threads, thank you so much for your generous SuperThanks. And so many of you have been so kind. But memberships, I get most, a decent amount, supposedly. And then you get something back. That's what I love about the angel memberships is you get something back from it. And I'll be adding more for that because I will answer you personally in the comments. I also have private videos just for members in our community to thank you. And just because some things are meant to be a little bit more private, they're not meant for the entire planet to Google immediately. So at least when you do membership, you get something out of it for if you're an angel member for $4.99 a month. You can just join for 1 month, and at least you get something out of it. I feel, oh, I got something I can give you extra for that. All right, so thank you. Tune in for the next video on the drone issue, and also I'm going to be doing your personal numerology for 2025, so tune in for that. That's coming soon before January 1st. All right, take care. Bye.